ahead and hit record. All right, guys, so welcome. This is day 3 of 28 of the support constellations. And just a reminder, these will be on YouTube. You can follow along with your Post-its, tabletop, and pen at any time. I encourage you guys to keep these constellations out, visit them as needed to help support you right now. And I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera so that it's facing down. And all right, let's get some focus here. All right, grabbing your Post-its. Let me get some focus on the camera. All right, we're going to start off. Again, today we're going to place ourselves into the field. So we're going to write me. And let's draw that arrow up top. That's the arrow. That's the direction in which you're facing the field, like this is a living map. All right, we're going to place me. Let's place us right down here. And we're going to place our hand on the piece of paper with me on it. We're going to get really present to me. So noticing how you show up. Becoming aware of what you're noticing, so noticing what you're noticing. How does it feel to be in your body right now? Are there any particular thoughts you're aware of? Perhaps memories, recent or longer past? What emotions are you feeling? How does it feel to be you right now? And then noticing how you're relating to what's around you, the space around you. So being in your body and noticing that. And then as you do that, being really present in your body, feeling your feet on the ground. Let's just feel our feet on the ground. Connecting to the earth wherever we are, connecting to the earth. And let's receive from the earth right now. So just breathe that into the bottom of your feet, taking that in, receiving that, whatever that is for you. The earth wanting to heal us. Is there anything that you want to release through the earth? She will take that. Go ahead and release that now. So allowing that exchange right now. I'm going to keep allowing that exchange. We're going to place in the next thing. So let's actually place in the awakening right now. We're going to put in the awakening. So that is that which we are experiencing right now. The awakening. And then again, with that arrow pointing up top, that's the direction that the awakening is facing. But right now, we're going to place the awakening right in front of us. So just a little bit of space here. And let's feel into the awakening. So placing your hand on the awakening, feel how that occurs to you. So feel how the awakening shows up. What attributes does it have? What size is it? Is there a feeling associated with it? Perhaps it's spreading. So noticing how that is for you. Then let's place our hand back on me. And let's stand in our shoes and experience how we feel towards the awakening. What emotions come up for you there? Then what are you thinking about it? Allowing those to come up, allowing those to morph. Perhaps they morph. You have a sense of time when they morph. So just be with that for a few moments. And then let's go ahead and place our hands on both. Let's see if there's a message again today from the awakening to us, to me. Let's receive that message. Perhaps there is more of an exchange or communication. Please do that now. Some of you, I feel like there's some support coming from the awakening. Go ahead and receive that support. Okay, this next step, we're actually going to move the awakening back a little bit. Still here, moving it back a little bit. Getting a little bit of perspective here. Let's bring in, we're going to bring in your guides. So we're actually going to call it my guides. So these could be guides that are with you now, that have been with you your entire life during, or they could be guides that are perhaps with you for a particular reason in your life. So let's just see what shows up for you. And we're going to take a look at them. So we're going to place them in front of you. So placing your hand on my guides, see how they show up. See who shows up for you. Just allowing them to come in. Asking them to come in. Notice how they feel. And then place your hand on me, just on me. Look at your guides. How do they occur to you? And again, notice how it feels in your shoes when your guides are here. So recognizing them. Oh, my guides are here. That's what they feel like. Or that's what they look like. Perhaps that's what they sound like. And then we can place our hands, so one hand on my guides, one hand on me. And let's feel into that connection together. Perhaps you want to, however you have it placed on your table, perhaps you want to take a little closer movement towards your guides. What does that connection feel like? Let's ask our guides if there's anything that wants to be communicated to us. Perhaps they have something to say about the awakening. So receive that message. And also noticing as they communicate, how do they communicate to you? If there's another way, or if there's a request of how you want them to communicate to you, please ask that now. Perhaps asking for clear and gentle information, for clear and gentle communication. Could ask for fun communication, funny communication. However that is for you, please ask that. Please, guides, make me laugh in a clear and gentle way. However that is for you. See how they respond when you make that request. And just for a moment before we go to the next step, you can place your hand both on my guides and the awakening, and your other hand on me. So feel the connection among the three parts. So how do my guides relate to the awakening? What is the relationship to the awakening? And how does that relate to you? Just noticing that. Okay, we're going to do the next step here. Let's actually we're going to place our guides beside us here so they can very much guide us. And if they're actually in a different spot for you, then go ahead and place them there for you. We're just gonna place them beside us. Let's add, we're gonna bring in, so yesterday we brought in the ancestors. Let's bring them in again, okay? So it's the ancestors of strength and support. So the ancestors of strength and support. So those who are fully carrying their own fate, their own burdens, who are aware, who are fully crossed over. We're going to put that arrow up there too. Are going to stand beside us. I'm sorry, behind us. So let's bring them in and let's see who shows up for you. So placing your hand on the ancestors of strength and support. So asking them to make themselves aware. How do they feel? How do they occur to you? Notice their strength. Notice how they are there to support. Perhaps you are aware of particular ancestors. And we wrote in the ancestors, so there could be ancestors that you're not generationally recently connected to, related to, although we are all connected and related. So just noticing who's showing up there. So let's place your hand back on me, and then let's just place your hand back on me and notice, standing in your shoes, how does it feel to have the ancestors of strength and support behind you? Perhaps there feels a little bit different than it did yesterday, stronger. So just noticing. And then let's feel into both of those together. So placing one hand on me and one hand on the ancestors of strength and support to really feel that connection, really feel the resourcing. And it feels like, let's actually do this briefly. We'll actually look at them again. So turning me around to look at the ancestors, let's see them. It feels like for some of you, there's some messages from the ancestors to you. So let's hear those messages. So is there anything that you want to tell me? And perhaps what it is them giving you some resources. So receive that, and you may feel that. You may feel it. There may be words to hear. There may be an energy exchange. Just receive it. Don't need to know, fully know what that is. Just receiving. There is a knowing on many levels there already. Okay, and we'll turn around and again feel our ancestors, the ancestors of strength and support behind us. And as we do that, let's also check back in with my guide, so you can place your hands on all three pieces of paper, perhaps also checking in with the awakening at the same time. So feel the connection among all these parts here. So touching all four parts here, feel the connection, and then feel yourself supported in your field right now. Feeling all of that. Okay. So placing your hand back on me and looking towards the awakening. So this is a path here. We're actually going to, this is your journey here through the awakening. So acknowledging that in the field. And as we journey through the awakening, we're going to add some additional support from the other side. And we're actually going to call it that. We're going to call it support from the other side. And I want you to see what kind of support shows up for you. Okay, so support from the other side. Okay. And again, in quotation marks. It could be support from the universe. If those are words that are more resonant with you, then write those. Support from the other side. And let's place that support here. So asking for this support to show up for our journey through the awakening. So presencing time here, the sense of time. So placing your hand on support from the other side. Let's see what shows up for you. Again, noticing how that feels. It does feel like right now, instantaneously, some of you are receiving. So be open to receive that support. I do feel a protection energy as well. So again, presencing our healthy boundaries as well. Knowing that that's always surrounding us. We are in that sphere of healthy boundaries. And so if there's any messages here, hear those messages, and you can place your other hand on me. And then you can feel into how does the support from the other side and the awakening relate to one another? Perhaps there's a sense of partnership there. And then you can place your hand on me. So how does this partnership, or how does the relationship between the awakening and support from the other side relate to you on your journey through? And if there's any messages in regards to that, to you, please hear those messages. And then let's place your hand back on me, and let's just feel into what's in our field right now again. So feeling into my guides. So one hand on my guides and one hand on me. Feeling that connection. And perhaps more of your guides have showed up. Just noticing them. How does it feel to have them there supporting you? And then again, noticing and feeling your support of the ancestors of strength and support behind you. Feels like for some of you, there's other support that showed up. So just noticing that, noticing what that is for you. So some of you are completely surrounded. Feels like some angels as well. So if you want to place the angels in, go ahead and do that. Many types of angels. And then again, feeling the support of the other side as we journey through the awakening. So see how that shows up for you. And let's add one thing before we complete here. We're gonna add a resource for you for your journey. Now, you can place in the word resource and see what shows up for you in your field, and that's what I'm going to do. If there is a particular resource that you'd like on your journey, and that can be anything, it can be love, compassion, hope, partnership, whatever that is for you, please put that there. I'm going to put resource. I'm going to put resource. And I'm going to see what shows up here. So again, do whatever is calling for you. Placing my hand on resource, seeing what shows up in the field here. And I'm just noticing how that particular resource shows up. And notice what that is for you. And then placing your hand back on me, you can see how it occurs for you. How do you relate to this resource that showed up? And then you can place your hand, one hand on that resource and one hand on me. Does that resource feel supporting? In what way? Perhaps there is a movement forward through the awakening because of this resource. Go ahead and make that movement if that's there. Again, asking your guides, the ancestors, the support from the other side, your angels to join you. How does that resource feel when you place it in? And again, feel free to add more resources right now and after this constellation as well. So just one last moment. I think we'll end it in just a moment. And I would like one person to share as well. So let's just take one moment and really get present in our field, standing in our shoes here to all of our resources, having this awareness of the awakening and this awareness and felt visceral support and actual communication with our helpers, our partners on the other side, feeling the ancestors supporting us, and again, standing in their own strength. And then when we feel that, it reminds us that we are too, we are standing in our own strength, and we are alive and we are carrying life forward. And there's much to do. There's this awakening to connect with right now. Okay, so let's leave it here. And if I can one person share how that was for them, please? Jackie, can you share?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just want to say in general that these sessions where it is very meditative and we sit ourselves and we listen to you lead has been so eye-opening, where I can really, the quiet allows me to, the communication to be so strong, and like the words are just, and the communication is just pouring through now, and it's been the next level. And thank you, it's been amazing.
Awesome, thank you. That was great feedback, thank you. All right, guys, I hope that was there for all of you as well. Again, feel into this throughout the day. Keep training yourself. You can feel into this right now. The papers, the tabletop, that's a tool for you. And then also the muscle training is to, again, feel the guides right here and the ancestors and the awakening. So feeling all of that right in the field. So in your mind's eye, just really feeling support of the other side. So just really getting that viscerally in your body, your resources. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. I will have this recording up soon, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.